In this look, I'm going to start out by filling in her eyebrows. And the brow balm that I'm using today is actually the brow balm from my cosmetics line. So if you want to check it out, I will leave a link down below in the description box so you can check it out. Now I'm just using a Sedona lace brush. This is the brush with the spoolie on the end. It really works well when you're filling in your eyebrows with a brow balm, because you have your spoolie and you also have your brush at the other end. Now to conceal around her eyebrows, I am using a brush that I got out of one of my Ipsy bags, and this is just a rounded concealer brush. I really love this when filling in my eyebrows. Now moving on to primer. The primer that I'm using is my Black Radiance True Complexion Primer. I absolutely love this primer. It really keeps the oils under control. And as you can see, she has a lot of acne marks on her face. So you want to make sure you correct those. If you have a lot of dark spots on your face, you can use a orange corrector and that will cancel out the darkness. So this corrector that I'm using today is by L.A Girl. And as you can see, I just placed it all on her forehead, everywhere she had blemishes, and around her mouth, because you don't even have to have real bad acne to have darkness around your mouth. So I did correct around her mouth, and now I'm just blending that in with a flat little eyeshadow brush. And after I blend out everything, I am going to take my beauty blender and just really blend and make sure everything is set well in the skin before I apply foundation. The foundation that I'm using today is the Black Opal foundation in the color Topaz, and I also mixed it with the Queen Latifah 3-in-1 foundation. It's been out for a long time, and I'm just using a beauty blender to blend all of that foundation into her skin. You just really want to take your time and just buff this foundation in, because you want to make sure everything is seamless. You want a flawless finish. After blending out the foundation, it's time to contour. I'm taking another shade from the L.A Girl Concealer collection, and I am just using this to contour. And I'm just taking a flat foundation brush just to blend in the concealer. And after I blend it in with the brush, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and also blend. You want to make sure this contour is blended out. You just don't want it to be a big black, not black, but brown strip at your jawbone. You want to make sure everything is blended well together. So that's what I'm doing with my beauty blender. I'm just going back over it, and it's going to take time. So don't think that I'm just doing this in 2 minutes. No, when I'm blending, it's taking time. Now on my eyes, I use only one eyeshadow palette, and this is the Morphe 350 palette. I absolutely love this palette. All of the eyeshadows that I'm using to achieve this look on her eyes is out of that palette, and this is just a matte shade. It is sort of a eggshell color. I really love it. I'm using a e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm just really packing that color on. The more you pack on, the intense the color gets. So I really want this color to show up. So I'm just packing it. And to darken up the outer area of her eye, the outer crease, I am just using another brush from Sedona Lace, and I am just taking a brown shade and deepening up her crease area and slightly brushing it into the crease just to give it a cut crease effect look. After that, I'm going to take the brush that I used to apply the transition color and just blend everything in. The eyeliner that I'm using today is by Loreal. It is amazing. I will have the name of it down below in the description box, so make sure you check it out. And I am doing a wing with this look. I really love this eyeliner because it is extremely creamy and it goes on really smooth. Now to highlight and conceal, I'm using a shade from the L.A Girl Concealer collection, and the name of it will be down below in the description box. And I'm just using this to highlight and conceal. So I placed it under her eyes in a triangular shape, and I'm going to take it down the bridge of her nose, her forehead, her cupid's bow, and also her chin. And to blend that out, I'm just using the same beauty blender. And I always use just one beauty blender for my makeup application. I just use different sides of the beauty blender to blend out different products. So I'm just blending that in, and as you can see, she's looking up at the ceiling, and that just gives you more control when trying to get under that eye area. And you just really want to make sure you blend it, blend it, blend it. Take your time and use patting motions. Do not rub it in. To set the concealer, I'm using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and this is just going to give it more of a highlighted effect, and it's going to set that concealer so it will not crease. And now to set the contour, I'm using Queen Latifah Covergirl bronzer, and this is in the shade 120, and I'm just putting this everywhere I contoured, and this is just going to deepen the contour, and it's also just going to set it. Now I'm just going to brush away the Sacha Buttercup, and this is just with a big fluffy brush from Sedona Lace. After brushing away the powder, I'm going to apply blush. This is the Milani blush in the number 02. And the highlighter that I'm using today is Champagne Pop. Absolutely love this highlighter. It gives a nice highlight on a lot of different skin tones. This is just like a universal highlight. I really love this highlighter. And as you can see, I'm just going down the bridge of her nose with that contour. And now I'm also highlighting under her brow bone just to make it pop a little bit more, and also in the inner corners of her eyes. No, this is not last, but I am going to add mascara to the lower lashes of her eyes. And last but not least, I'm adding a Colourpop liquid matte lipstick to her lips. The name of it will be down below in the description box. And now we're going to move on to hair. So I parted her hair down the middle, and as you can see, I'm just parting it down the side, and I'm going to do one braid going on each side of her head. You do want to make sure the braids are as neatly as possible, so take your time when braiding the front of your hair. After I braid a braid going down each side of her head, I am going to put it up in a ponytail and make a donut bun on top. And I used her hair for this whole entire hairstyle. I hope you all liked the finished product. If you did, make sure you give me a big old thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and you can also follow me and keep up with me on my social media website. So follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. Everything will be listed down below in the description box. I will see you all next time. Make sure you subscribe so you will never miss another upload from me, and I will see you all next time.